Hi everyone, today I'm gonna be drawing and painting one of my new OCs that I've actually already did paint before, but I have not come up with a proper story for her yet. I just kind of went with the flow and just created something, which the painting you're gonna see later in this video. But for now, I kind of want to talk about her story, her how did she get her scars, and like why does she have a big sword with her, and all that stuff. And her name is Hilda, and she lives on the north. She lives in like, I don't know, pretty small village, I guess. Actually, I don't know what kind of village. Maybe it's a city, I don't know. Well, actually, I do know. It's a tribe. I completely forgot. Anyway, after her dad passed, she became the, leader of the tribe, and her main objective is to just, hunt the monsters around the village to, secure the lives and everything like that. Because, since she lives in the north, there's quite a few, creatures that hunt the grounds. And originally I was thinking that she would not, be a fighter or anything. In my original design for her, I actually gave her like this big pickaxe. I don't actually know what it's called, but it's the type of like pickaxe icebreaker, I don't know, that you could climb with on the walls, like stone walls, ice walls and stuff. Like you can see the same one in the game about Lara Croft. So yeah, I was thinking she's just gonna be adventurous girl, living her life. But then I saw a reference on Pinterest that I used for this pose, and the person was holding a really big sword, and I was like, what if she had a really big sword, but it's magical and it's passed on to her from her dad, and to him from his dad, and so on and so forth. And I was thinking maybe the sword would be magical, but she wouldn't know that yet. Like maybe she reaches a point when she's like specific age or something happens, like that she discovers that the sword actually is very powerful, not just like a blade, but it has superpowers, or maybe she has superpowers and it's like in their blood. And I'm thinking something like that. And I guess it's kind of stereotypical, but I was thinking it would be a good idea to kind of open up her character more in the storyline, that she I don't know, fights monsters, and like at some point she somehow discovers that she actually has powers, and so on and so forth. I also wanted to give her quite a few scars to showcase that she actually fights and she actually gets injuries, and not just fights with the power of friendship, which would be obviously nice. But yeah, I wanted to really show through her looks that she's a tough girl and cold inside. I guess, yeah, something like that. I mean, again, it's pretty stereotypical, but for her color palette, I thought of keeping it kind of, in the same color scheme, kind of no extra neon colors or anything popping out. Like her outfit is pretty, normal, nothing unusual. Her hair is pretty, it's blonde, I guess you can say that. I don't think it's very natural looking hair color, but I kind of just wanted to keep it bright, maybe pastel-like, but it's not really pastel. I mean, not like popping colors. That was the main idea. because especially because she lives in the north, and I would think she maybe might have to blend in with the snow, something like that. I still wanted to give her outfit some character, and I think I could have gone in a very different direction for her outfit to actually make it, warm and, have several layers and actually be windproof, and you couldn't see her on the snow. But then, I don't know. I just, maybe other people who live in the village probably will be dressed like that, but because, she's special. She's not like other people. She is gonna just, have her special outfit. But yeah, I'll be really interested to also create those outfits specifically for the northern village, because, yeah, I think it would be interesting. And overall for this digital painting, I was kind of struggling originally, because it was special with the sketch, because there were so many things that went wrong with the sketch. At first, my canvas was the wrong size, so the pixels, you could see pixels too much, and the quality was really low, so I had to transfer it on a bigger canvas, so on another file, and make it after I transferred it, the quality was horrendous. So I had to do the line art again. That's why half of it is not there, because I thought, well, it's gonna be boring and not as aesthetically pleasing to see me just covering over a very blurry sketch that I did. So yeah, but I really wanted to include the coloring part, because I think this is my favorite part of all. And honestly, I think my favorite part is adding light and shadow, because it genuinely brings out the character more. Because whenever I just fill in the basic colors, I always freak out, because I'm like, okay, this does not look what I wanted it to look like. So I started panicking. I don't trust the process. What I'm saying here. And also, because I only kind of recently got into character design, it's been quite hard for me to learn to kind of draw in more cartoonish style, because if you look on my previous artworks that I did digitally, especially on my Instagram account, all of them they don't have line art. They are mainly just kind of big pieces that are very opposite of what I'm doing right now. So I was a bit spooked. I also had to figure out what kind of colors work, how I had to learn color theory for digital art, because before, that's a confession time, I used to color pick. And even though in real life I know color theory, when you draw traditionally or paint traditionally, I had no struggles with that. But for some reasons, digital art is so much different that I struggled so much more with that I had to color. No one forced me, of course, it's my fault, I'm confessing here. And I saw a post on Instagram, I think, saying if you color pick, you don't actually, draw or paint or something. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. Which I don't want to apply to anyone or anything. Everybody can do whatever they want, but I kind of just wanted to be honest about how I draw and paint. So I did color pick for this piece, but from my other piece that I did. So I originally already made those colors, so I kind of wanted to pick the main colors so it would be in the same color palette. So yeah. had some struggles with like figuring, do I actually like the line art, what kind of line art I want to see, like what color do I use, because I don't want to use black for line art, you know, it's gonna be probably too dark for my art style, like personally. And yeah, I ended up choosing, like, I usually make a sketch with dark purple or dark red, like almost black but not really. And then shadows, the shadows that I add are also the same, well, not the same color. I usually just add purple shadows because I don't know, I'm just kind of used to it, and I'm a bit scared to try new things because I'm scared I'm gonna ruin it. And especially since I'm recording it, I'm scared of making more mistakes because I'm like, okay, people are gonna see it, and you know, even though it's fine. Like, literally, that's the whole point of, you know, making art. Actually really happy with how the whole artwork, like this project, turned out. This is only one character. There is like a big, like, long canvas where I'm gonna add several characters from my story that are gonna be relevant, you know, in the whole plot. I'm not gonna draw myself because I already did that. So I'm probably next gonna draw either my boyfriend's OC, like as his Sona, I guess, because a lot of the characters I took like reference from my friends, close friends, and they look very alike, because, I mean, yeah. So yeah, I'm excited for the next one, so I would have like a spreadsheet of, you know, my characters from the story, like random characters. I hope I'm not gonna, like, you know, repeat, so it would just kind of, I don't know, be boring, I don't know, hopefully not. So yeah. I also really like adding like these small little details of, you know, dust particles and, like comic, you know, I don't know what it's called, but it's like comic kind of thingy, you know, it's like with circles. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I like to add them randomly. And what else? Oh yeah, I like there's several brushes that have like this unique texture, and I just like randomly, you know, adding them on different spots and stuff to like kind of bring out more of the character. But yeah, I'm nearing the end of this video, and I am, as I mentioned before, I really like how it turned out, and hopefully I'm gonna write more lore for this specific character. Her name is Hilda, and I think what it meant, because it's a Viking name for woman, at least that's what the Google told me. I think it means fighter, so I was like, hell yeah, this is the one. And yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad with how it turned out. It was really hard for me to edit this because I'm editing in I don't know, DaVinci Resolve. I don't know how to pronounce it. And I was really struggling with how to add the audio and with a lot of things too, because I would just edit on my phone mainly. So yeah, this was definitely a new experience, but I really hope that you guys liked the video, that I mean, I hope you like the new format of me digitally drawing. If you guys want to see more of that, of course I would love to do that, because I had so much fun with, you know, recording, and even though editing was hard, it was still really fun. And I hope you guys like the character overall, and maybe you guys can suggest some ideas for her story, and maybe for her official character design, maybe I should add something more or remove something. So yeah, I would love you guys to let me know if you liked it. And yeah, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!